Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Raynah Rey, and I'm joined by Lorien Carter and Anna Minx from the McKinley Meadows neighborhood. So ladies, we were just talking about the cookbook that's coming, that you're planning on involving the entire neighborhood to make this cookbook happen. What's your vision for the cookbook?
So it'll start out on August 6th, and on that Saturday, we will get together and we'll just kind of get to know each other and start talking about the process of creating the cookbook. We'll also be printmaking with plants. So we will have like lettuce to do stamping with, and we'll make decorative pages for the cookbook on that day. It'll also be accompanied by a lunch with soup and salad.
Are these some of the pictures of?
Yeah, that's our programming from last year.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
Last year's programming, we did handmade journals. So we took paper, we made paper from the plants in our native garden beds, and we brought it down to a pulp and created books from it.
Wow. We've got some more pictures there. Let's go through them and we can talk as we go through those pictures.
These are our usual participants.
Ah,
working hard.
the neighborhood kids come out to play. And what's this?
This is a picture from our poetry reading last year. People from the neighborhood came out, and we had a bunch of really wonderful poets come read with us.
Interesting. And you were saying that one of the things you love about the neighborhood is its eclectic value and some of the buildings, and we have a couple of those pictures too. And you can tell me why these buildings are so important to the neighborhood when they bring them up, and we'll take a look at those and see. While they're getting those pictures ready for us, though, you've got a couple events coming up. Well, there the pictures are. We'll go back to the events in a minute.
Yeah, so this is one of the most recognizable pieces of architecture in McKinley Heights neighborhood, and it is McKinley Classical Junior Academy. It was the first high school in South St. Louis City in 1904. Wow. And now it is an accredited with distinction middle school for St. Louis Public Schools. So it's a really neat building and very active, and so we get to have lots of neighborhood kids in and around our neighborhood. And then this is just a picture of one of the streets in our neighborhood that I think just highlights the uniqueness and the distinctiveness of our neighborhood architecture. Most of the homes are brick, and most of them are historic. We are a historic conservation district and neighborhood, which means we have a historic building code, so we can maintain the architectural look of our neighborhood.
It looks very nostalgic.
It's really, really neat. We have multifamily homes and single-family homes, nice diversity of homeowners and renters of all ages and kind of every other demographic that you can think of.
Wonderful. Well, you've got an event coming up. Let's talk about that.
So on August 13th, that'll be the date where we bring all of our recipes to the group and share stories about them. So we want to hear stories if you had a disaster in the kitchen that was funny, or like fond memories of cooking these recipes with your grandmother. All of those stories we'll share, and that'll be accompanied with succotash and gumbo for lunch.
Wonderful. And you were saying something to me about McKinley Meadows, the garden project, so to speak, right in the middle of your neighborhood, that you make anything in the meadows available to any of the neighborhood residents.
Absolutely. And our idea of community is broader too, so we're happy to take in other people from outside of the neighborhood. But yes, if you're walking through McKinley Meadows and you see something that's ripe and ready to be picked, it's yours for the taking.
Wonderful. Well, it sounds like an incredible place to live and to socialize, not just to live. I want to thank you ladies so much for joining us today. For more information on McKinley Meadows, visit them on Facebook at McKinley Meadows STL. There's more STL after this. Stay with us.